Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. I'm back today with another blush swatching video. Once again, it is from the brand Essence. They have released new baked blushes. Now these look significantly different from their last baked blush. For one reason, or for one thing, they are much smaller. And secondly, these appear to be quite glowy. I have not tried anything on or swatched anything yet. I waited to do this with you. So I am going to be swatching them on my arm and trying them on my face today. I'm not wearing any bronzer to help show the color of the blush better. I'm also going to be swatching everything over L'Oreal True Match Foundation. And depending on how things go, I might switch between brushes to try different brushes with this formula, but I'm going to start with the e.l.f. blush brush. So let's start with shade number 10. This is the shade Soft Bloom. I really do like baked blushes, but look at all that glow. Like this looks like it could be a highlighter as well. Let's try that out. Oh, it's very glowy. Oh, this, whoa. Let's start with one boop of the brush. And I gotta be honest, on my brush, it just mostly looks like sparkles. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that looks like more like a highlighter than anything. There's hardly any color. I'm going to try a different brush just to see. This is an old one I got from Ipsy. I think it's from SL Miss Glam. And I'm gonna try and pick up a little bit more product. Hopefully we can both see this one. So okay, so there's more color. This is a very soft pink, but incredibly glowy. Personally, for me, this is a highlighter. To be honest, a very pretty highlighter. I do have a couple of technical highlighters that I will wear as blush, and this, maybe it could be one of them. The texture is honestly quite nice. While it is very glowy, it isn't sparkly like I was half expecting. I know I keep brushing it. I'm just kind of blending it into my skin to see if I can buff it in even more, and it is kind of working. It's actually, the more I look at it, the more I like it. Of them all, this does appear to be the lightest shade. So let's move on to the next one. Shade number 20 is called Peach Please. And it is just as glowy as that light pink, but it definitely has more color. I'm still gonna be pretty generous though with how much I pick up. Let's see how this looks. Whew. Okay, once again, really glowy, but again, I find myself not hating it because there's no chunky glitters. It's very like fine little sparkles of glow. I wouldn't even use the word sparkle. And again, the more you blend it into your skin, the better it looks. So here we have the first two shades, Soft Bloom and Peach Please. All right, next shade is shade number 30. This is called Rose All Day. So it is pink, just darker than that first one. And here we go. Okay, this is one of those pink blushes with a gold shift, not shift, but like the glow is gold. It's a very popular type of blush. So over the years, I've ended up with quite a few of this color of blush in my stash, and I keep decluttering them and I end up with more. But of the ones I've tried, feel like this one's kind of a vibe. You'd really have to be okay with how gold the shimmer is. Shade number 40 is called Think Pink. Okay, this one looks like more of a cooler pink, and this one does not have a gold shimmer running through it. Okay, this is very pink. With a name like Think Pink, you know, that does make sense, but I might actually prefer this one because the glow is pink, not gold. This one definitely shows up better than some of the other shades as well, but wow. I cannot, I feel like, oversay how glowy that is. So we have Rose All Day and Think Pink. Next, we have shade number 50, and this is called Berry Bliss. Wow, this looks like it's gonna have a lot of pigment. It does. I might not go in as hard with my brush, just light little taps there. I'm intrigued by this one. Let's see. Oh, I think the glow on this one is the prettiest one yet. And it is a shade I have to be careful how much I use. I think that is beautiful. And the last one is shade number 60. And this one is called Cocoa Glaze. Wow, it's really pretty. We'll see how it translates to my cheek though. It's not as deep as I was expecting. And just like the berry one, this one has, I feel like, the better glow. It doesn't have nearly as much, for some reason, intensity in the glow as the others. Even though it's still a glowy blush, you definitely do not need a highlighter. This one just seems more approachable. Maybe it's the color, but this one might be my favorite. Did someone call that? You know, did someone see a brown blush and like, oh, that's gonna be her favorite? It's like a beautiful terracotta rose. That's really pretty. So we have Berry Bliss and Cocoa Glaze. Oh, I realized I forgot to swatch Cocoa Glaze on my arm. Let me do that. Yeah, oh, it's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to wipe off my makeup, finish my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, to finish my makeup, I just put on some bronzer and then finished off both cheeks with that last terracotta cocoa shade. So in some ways, these blushes surprised me. The baked formula is different than their last baked formula. I'm not sure what the difference is. This feels a little bit more like that baked gelée. I don't even know if that's the right term for these, but it feels kind of more like that. I have not tried that very popular blush, very glowy blush from Rare Beauty, but I kind of feel like this is a very similar type of blush, more like a blush topper. And with this texture, I could actually be a little bit more vigorous with my brush. You don't have to worry about picking up too much. The only one I would worry about picking up too much was 30 Rose All Day, just because if you pick up too much, you'll actually get a lot of that gold shimmer. But otherwise, I was really able to just kind of swirl my brush in there. I actually really like the texture. It's very thin. You guys know I like thin products. And that's because they don't look cakey on the skin. And even though they looked nice when I initially applied them, the more I just kind of sat there and buffed it, the nicer and nicer it looked. And I definitely do have favorite shades. One, of course, being number 60, Cocoa Glaze. I would say actually probably these three last shades were my favorite, just because the glowiness wow, the glowiness on them wasn't quite as intense as these first three shades. These two especially were very intense. 10 Soft Bloom and 30 Rose All Day. I think the problem with this first one, Soft Bloom, is that in order to even get any color, you have to pick up so much product, and then you're gonna get a very intense glow just because this blush is so light. That being said though, I actually do think it's really pretty for people who want a barely there blush but a lot of glow. I've seen people wear this type of blush, and it's actually really beautiful out in the wild. I just feel like people should know what they're getting into when they buy one of these. I hope that this swatch video was helpful. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. This is always where I like to share my tea of the day. Today I'm drinking hojicha, which is a Japanese roasted tea. My favorite place to get Japanese tea is from Den's Tea. If you haven't tried hojicha before, it's roasted but not smoky. It has kind of a woodsy flavor, but again, it's not overpowering. It's more low in caffeine. So really, it's like a comfort tea. And in case you're ever at a Japanese restaurant that offers hojicha ice cream, go for it. I feel like green tea ice cream, you know, a lot of people have tried that, but hojicha ice cream, not as popular, but it should be. It's exquisite. Anyway, if any of you end up trying that, let me know down in the comments. I want to know what you think. And thanks again so much for joining me. I'll see you again very soon in the next video. Bye.